City Event Hall is an idea which I've been developing over the course of the past few weeks. It is an event space in Philadelphia which has private event spaces as well as public events and an outdoor space. After continuous research, it can be conducted that Philadelphia is not in need for another venue of this type. This has in result led me to make the following change. Hi, my name is Alexa McKinney, and I will be presenting today the enterprise of Buck's Best Events. The purpose of this business is to provide a space for adults to come and experience weekend fun events open to all, as well as the availability for private events. The goal is to be able to have a fun city experience without actually having to travel to the city. Why did I bother to change the location for my enterprise? Center City is filled with nightclubs, event spaces, and bars. People travel from surrounding areas in order to get to these places. In the town of Doylestown, many individuals go out on the weekends, and having a nightclub would allow for more to not have to travel far from home to have this experience. They'd be able to attend this club without the travel. It is unique to this area. It will also be a great local spot to rent out for private events as well. Buck's Best Events will be located in the center of Doylestown in a common spot you can't miss when walking through town. The old courthouse building is a beautiful, uniquely shaped round building in the heart of town. With the new courthouse built, this opens the opportunity for this space to be used for a new opportunity. This building is 113 square feet. However, 15,000 square feet of offices will remain in the administration and courthouse complex. Buck's Best Events would work with the available space to create two event spaces. There will be a private event space where people will be able to rent out events such as weddings, birthdays, reunions, business events, etc. This will be a room which includes a bar, enough space for there to be tables as well as a dance floor, and private bathrooms for those attending the event. If no private event is booked for the evening, it will open up more space to the public. There will also be a public event space mirroring the appearance of the private event space. This space will be open Wednesday to Sunday with different events. While some nights the events will simply be just a nightclub, there will be many different themed events as well. This business will have event planners in house who will work to plan both the private and public events. The event planners who work at this facility will work to plan out different events in order to keep the business exciting and have guests coming back. For example, sports events when Philly sports teams are playing, holiday events such as Halloween costumes or ugly sweater night, specialty nights such as girls have half off, Del Val college students get in for free, which is the college that's located in this town, and many other different specialty nights. Also, theme nights such as 80s night, a night where you have to wear a certain color, or tie-dye night, as well as just nights where the venue is open for events. This club will feature cool spots such as a ball pit and neon decorated walls. These will be great photo spots, which will also help to promote this enterprise. This business will run with a general partnership. There will be more than two owners, and they will work with others. In order to gain from all times for the business, there will be an option to rent out space on days the club is not open or the hours of the club are not open yet. The private event space will be available according to customer need. The public space will be open Wednesday to Sunday, 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. However, drinks will stop being sold by 3:30 a.m. to get crowds to leave on time. In order to have an effective business, the risks must be mapped out before opening. The club is open for those who are 21 and older, and there will be IDing before entry. Private event space differs from age restrictions. Bags will be checked prior to entrance of the club. This helps to maintain the safety of the club. Emergency plans will be in place prior to opening. All employees will be made aware and trained on these plans and will know safety routes as well. All permits will be in place in order to run events, serve alcohol, rent the space, etc. In order to make sure that everyone leaving the club is safe, there will be security at the front of the club, making sure that no one is driving home drunk, no one is appearing to be taken advantage of or drugged. Security will be ready to call a ride home for guests if necessary. In Doylestown, there are police officers on the streets on nights of high volume of people going out. There will also be outside Buck's Best Events as well. Doylestown is a hotspot where people go out in Bucks County. It is often very crowded on the weekends from those who live within 30 miles of the area. The crowd varies but can be a younger crowd as well as an older crowd. This venue may attract those of all ages. The average household income in Bucks County is $89,139. It can be believed that these households are well off and will take advantage of event spaces and will be willing to spend money while there. There are not too many private event spaces to compete with in this town. Places such as Station Tap House offer private space. However, the space is not blocked off from the public. Buck's Best Events will make sure to have private spaces feeling private. This gets rid of the challenge of competition by offering this. Event planners working to provide guests with a special experience and different theme nights to keep guests entertained and wanting to come back, such as student discount nights, and themed specialty drinks to go with theming. There will be a number of different staff at Buck's Best Events. Staffing includes event planners, and they will start off with 2 event planners, but will expand if needed. DJs, bartenders for 3 different bars, 2 of which will be in public spaces, and 1 of private spaces will also be staffed. Security at the entrance and throughout the club will be there as well, and those working at the front will be taking payment for a cover fee. There will be a cleaning crew to clean at the end of every night, and a marketing team and those who are in management of the business. All staff must undergo training as well as safety training in order to know how to handle situations such as disruptive guests who are too drunk, and guests getting hurt. All employees are hourly pay other than event planners and the marketing team and the management team, who are salaried. These employees will also have private office spaces in which they can work. This business will have catering companies in which they work with for private events. However, they are not responsible for that component. The people who have the event will be responsible for hiring a catering company. However, Buck's Best Events will get to know some catering companies in which they can recommend to their guests. This business is going to be one of which markets towards young adults for their public event space. While it will market to those of all ages, the younger adults are those who will go out more consistently on weekends. Marketing in regards to the private event space will be targeted to adults 30 and up, as they are likely to have more money to spend. Social media will be a large tool in marketing this business. On social media, marketing techniques could involve having giveaways. In order to keep profiting during off hours, the space may be rented out to others. These others must sign agreements, and renters must take care of the cleanup fees. Other bars in Doylestown do not have great social media presence. This is how Buck's Best Events is going to be able to compete with other businesses. The cost of starting a business is not one of a low price. Lots of considerations have to be taken into account. The building itself is a large building, and as seen in the graph, the average permit cost in Bucks County is a very high number. Liquor and the license are both very expensive, but are essential as it is part of the primary revenue. Decorations will also come at a cost, but are a part that makes Buck's Best Events what it is. DJ equipment will be needed in order to have music at the venue. Research will be done in order to have the best quality of equipment. Furniture such as seating and tables will need to be included in the startup cost, especially in the private event space. People will be sitting at tables. Staff's income is part of the startup cost. Without the staff, the business cannot open. Cleaning equipment and toiletries also must be budgeted for. As far as the primary revenue goes, there will be 3 main components: liquor, cover fee, and private event space. A large majority of guests at this venue will be purchasing liquor. This is essential and one of the main profits of the business. The venue will also require a cover fee to enter the public space. This fee will start at $10 as the surrounding locations do not require cover fees. While in other locations this might be a low fee, this is high for Doylestown. The private event space will also account for the primary revenue. This space will start at around $1,500 as a starting cost for the venue, which is subject to change. Many other locations in the area are at a much higher fee. In reviewing all the information developed, there are some changes which may be considered. One change which I have pondered is the idea of not having a private event space. With having 2 different spots to be planning events, it could get tricky. Instead of starting with 2 event spaces, Buck's Best Events can work to expand in the future, but start simple with just the public space. Another recommendation which I have thought of is to have merchandise available for purchase. Merchandise could be available for purchase online, through social media, or at the door. This could also be a great form of advertising as well. Another idea to consider is raising the cost. Both the entrance fee and private space rental fees could both be raised in order to gain more revenue. As a final recommendation, which could be taken for Buck's Best Events, is changing the name. While this name flows together nicely, it is not a fun name, and the name could be altered to be a bit more fun for business. In conclusion, I feel that Buck's Best Events has a great deal to offer Bucks County. This uniquely shaped building is located in the center of Doylestown. This venue plans to host great events for the public and will plan private events guests will be discussing for years. Bucks Best Events will strive to bring together the community to form fond memories and fun times, as well as welcoming guests from all different locations to join in on the fun. Thank you for listening to my enterprise idea of an event place. Here is the work which I referenced in order to provide this presentation.